Cause all right, now I'm sure y'all hear me out loud now, right? Lady Kiki, tell me, can you hear me now? Wait, you got no audio either? Yo, are you saying you don't have any audio, Mo? Is no does I know they have audio, but you saying you don't have audio either? I'm looking at the levels. I don't even understand how that's possible. Okay, yeah. All right, so testing everybody. Uh. DJ Dub, I hear you. DJ Dub said, I like that. DJ Dub said, I'm going to say ladies do this, and when they break up, they think about their worth. There are ladies in the live. I'd love to hear from y'all. So what is it that about breaking up that makes you want to change? What is it about breaking up that makes you want to change? Can you guys hear me? Let me start this over here because that'll make sense. That don't make no sense to me. How it didn't. Ladies, if you're on my live, that's the question of the hour. Mo Music, thank you so much for bringing that to my attention, brother. Always appreciate you. You know that. I shouldn't have. Why? You haven't been seeing my stuff. I've been posting. If I got canceled on Instagram, it happened today. But I should be. I'm sure I'm still on there. Let me see. Let me check my busted iPhone. See if I can't charge that up. Does that phone even do that? Did they start that in the iPhone 6? Nope. That ain't gonna work. All right, you guys should be able to hear me now. But that's the question of the hour, man. And again, I don't know if there's a solution and a reason for why we would wait to and this is my apple cider vinegar, y'all. I'm about to drink my apple cider vinegar. Take this to the straight to the head. It's kind of cold right now. That's why usually I get on and I talk for a little bit and let it cool down and then I take it to the head. But it's pretty cold right now. But no, I'm not canceled. Look under this name. Look under this name. Look under that name, Mo. I just branded it across all platforms. My name and no spaces in between it. You know what I'm saying? It's important as a branding tool. No periods in your name, no underscores in your name, and those kind of things are good for branding. If you all didn't know, that's a little off subject. But talk to me, y'all. Why are we so reactionary? Like, why aren't we proactive? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something people need to ask themselves. I always bugged out when, and I know all of you have been victim of this, that you dated somebody and you had demands and requests and things that you wanted them to do. And then when they broke up with you, that's when they did them. Like, they didn't do these things prior to. They did them after you broke up. Like, ain't that the whack juice? Like, you say to yourself, listen, all this time I've been asking you to do this and to do this and, to build and to change or to adjust. And unfortunately, because we're not a proactive people, we don't make those adjustments when the person asks us to do them. We don't make those kind of compromises. Our pride is in the way. We're very prideful people, and we don't look into that thing that they, that request. Is super simple most of the time. And then what you realize happens is they're willing to change, just not for you. And then for some reason, being reactionary, we all go out and we make adjustments. We go to the gym more. That's one of the keys. Like, I'm gonna pose a question on my on a post. I'm gonna ask, what is it that you do, Turks? I appreciate that. I want to ask y'all, like, what do you do when you break up with somebody? What is something that you ritualistically do? Because I know women cut their hair. Men just I think men go to the gym or men don't do nothing. It's one of the two. We either go to the gym more or we don't do anything. Those are our options. Yeah. And that's not a good thing, and it's a double-edged sword, Red Baby. Red Baby said some may have gotten too comfortable with you. And yes, I agree that that's a thing, right? It is a thing to be said that people will get settled in their way with you. All right, Mo. All right, Mo. Yeah, people will get settled in a way with you, and that's okay as well, as long as those things aren't leading to, mundaneness in your relationship. We're all guilty of it. We all have things about a person that we've compromised. Yep, some eat. You're right, Turks. You're right, Turks. Some eat more after they break up. Some gain a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? Some become more ornery. You know what I'm saying? Or carry this chip on their shoulder. And I've always been curious. Like, she texted that today. That's one of her posts on her story. She said, "Nothing like a breakup to get you back on your square." And I wrestle with failing. Well, I guess that's what it is, right? Nobody wants to fail. And I don't know if you can call a relationship failing, because there should have been a lesson in it that you learned. There was something about the relationship that you needed to get out of it that will hopefully, help you in a future relationship. I don't know. That's how I always looked at it. I always looked at it like it was another person's loss. And then I always looked at it also as my gain. Like, I needed something in that relationship, no matter how short or long. It was about how effective it was, right? We've all been in relationships where we said, damn, I wish I in hindsight, especially, you'd be like, you take from it what you take from it. And from those relationships that you really, really enjoyed, those are the worst. Those are the lessons that you hate to learn. The lessons that are the hardest to learn or the most painful to learn are the ones where you didn't get to choose and you really like the person. You start evaluating, what did I do? What did I do wrong? What can I do in the future? You know what I'm saying? And then some people get an opportunity, a second chance. Some of y'all get an opportunity to fix it. Y'all get a chance to make the adjustment quick enough. And that's that's what's not communicated most times. Most people expect you to just know what they want. Did you know that? Do you know in most relationships, people don't talk about what they want. They just expect you to know it. Anybody been with the mind reader type? The type that don't tell you nothing but expect you to know it. Now, I'm guilty of it too, because I believe there's a certain level of knowledge that you have to be in a relationship with somebody else. It's just a certain thing that you're supposed to be equipped with. There's the basics. There's the basic things you should know. Most times we know all the big stuff, like don't cheat on me, never hit me, never disrespect me in public. All those are the big joints. You know what I mean? Those are the big joints that everybody can talk about. What up, April? Those are the big joints that everybody is aware of. But what about those other things? You know what I'm saying? Man, you hitting on all 8 cylinders, Scrap. Yeah, DJ Dub, I'm just trying to figure it out. Red said, I just had to take a break and just love on myself. Now married to my childhood playmate. Yeah, and see, I think those relationships are why relationships are lasting, Red, is because we don't create enough history with the people that we think we want to be with. There should be enough distance between the first day you met them as a friend to the first day you've decided that you're going to be more than just friends. There's not enough distance between those two things in most relationships. Most relationships start off as friends already with the intent of being your boyfriend or girlfriend. And that's really tripped out when you think about that. Like, when you think about the dynamic of, yo, I'm looking at you, I think you're attractive, and I'm just going to decide because of that, I want to be with you. Not, and then it's we go on a couple dates and I think I really want to be with you and you really want to be with me. So let's skip creating this dynamic space between when I met you and when I'm going to decide to call you my significant other. We're all guilty of it. We've done it before. I don't know how many people it's worked out for, but I think that for longevity in relationships, you need the distance between meeting somebody and then committing to somebody. You need that distance. You need that time to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Is this person worthy of, everything that you want to give them? Is this person capable? Does this person really fit? And that's a whole nother discussion because that's tailor-made for each person. Like, y'all got to decide what works for you, what fits, what doesn't fit. Like, that's a thing. That's a self thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's relationship should be tailor-made. It shouldn't be based off of what you've seen on TV. It shouldn't be, he said, who changing their sheets after a breakup? Shoot. They should be changing their sheets every day or every week, or when them fluids hit, they need to get them sheets changed. But I was curious to know that, man. I just popped on because I wanted to hear that. I thought I would have a discussion about it, and I probably will for the next couple of days because I want to hear what people do when they break up. What do you do? What are the changes you make? You know what I'm saying? Like what changes do you effectively make when you break up with somebody? And I think that'll be different when it comes to if you broke up with them or they broke up with you. I think that matters. You know what I'm saying? I think it matters who breaks up with whoever when you're deciding, when those changes come across your plate. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the dude broke up with the chick, I'm almost sure the chick goes into depression and then a self-evaluation that doesn't happen. And this is unfortunate. It never happens while in the relationship at a point in time and place where it could actually be fixed. Ain't that crazy? Like, it could be actually fixed and it doesn't get fixed, unfortunately, in time. Most of us have an opportunity to save every relationship you've ever been in. Do you know that? You've had an opportunity to save a relationship that you've been in, and you've chosen your stubbornness, your pride. I don't know what it is, but you will have made a conscious decision not to do anything different. I think relationships are like those little puzzle pieces, right? And you, like a Rubik's Cube, a lot of y'all are cool with getting one or two sides of it solved when you should be trying to solve the whole thing. And that's a relationship in a nutshell. Oh my God, the Rubik's Cube of relationships. I got to write that down because that's the realness of it all. The Rubik's Cube of relationships is that you're trying to get all the sides fixed. And it's difficult because you can get one or two and be good. And some people settle like that. Some people can get three. But you got to get all six of those sides done. It's six sides, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 8 sides, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sides. You got to get all 8 sides solved. I had to picture it in my head. I knew it was 8. But y'all got to get all 8 sides of that Rubik's Cube solved. And most of us go into it with one of them solved, which is how you look. Then we get the other side, which is how you make me feel when I met you. Most people want the how I felt when I met you metric to last. They want it to stay. And unfortunately, if you're growing in a relationship, it's almost impossible for that metric to maintain itself. It has to build, it has to grow. You have to get those other sides of your relationship's Rubik's Cube solved. You have to do it. And that's a part that we don't manage well. What up, Coach? The relationship Rubik's Cube has to be managed and fixed and adjusted so you can get all the sides done. Now, you don't have to get all the sides done, but man, what does it feel like to have 4 sides done, 5, 6? Oh man, it feels amazing because you're clicking on all cylinders. At this point, you guys have managed to overcome one of the most challenging parts of it, which is getting past that other one. That's what's up. What's up? How's it at, man? 1K and can finally go live. Yo, that's what's up. With your bad self. Yo. If y'all don't know, Coach is at 1,000 followers. That allows you to go live on TikTok and gives you an opportunity to reach more people, to speak live. That's what's up. I'm going to drink this apple cider vinegar. Take it to the head. Apple cider vinegar, y'all. To the head. That is how you're supposed to drink it. If y'all didn't know, you take it straight to the head. What up, Stacy? Apple cider vinegar to the head. I'm gonna hit the gym at 3:30 today because even though I haven't hit the gym in like 4 or 5 days, my body is still ooh-wee. And it surprised me that it's maintaining the way it is. So I'm going to take full advantage of that, knowing that the weather isn't going to do anything but get better. And if I know the weather is going to get better, then, we got to have our outside bodies looking fly. So y'all can say, with your bad self. He broke up with me, but I'm living the dream, his loss. That's dope. So what did you do though, Red Baby? After he broke up with you, what did you do? What was the adjustment that you made that got you ready and prepared for the relationship that you're in now? Because essentially, that's what we all do. We leave somebody that we've been with, and then we make some adjustments. It's funny, my homie Ush, when he got when his first relationship was about to end, I remember I was on the set of the video shoot for what is it? Sick and Tired? Is that it? By DJ Khaled? I think it was a Sick and Tired record with Drake, Jeezy, Usher, Khaled, Rick Ross. And so I'm in that video. And Miguel was there as well. This is before Miguel had come out with any song. Y'all hadn't heard of Miguel yet. And Miguel was on set with us, and we were in the van, in the RV, figuring out what single was going to come out for Usher next. And this is when his relationship, his marriage was public, that he was getting a divorce. And he had a song called Little Freak. I don't know if y'all heard this record. He had a song called Little Freak with Nicki Minaj. And the way that record came across, y'all don't even know how that song came about. My manager at the time and myself were walking through Lenox Mall. We were in the Gucci store. The Louis Vuitton store. We're in the Louis Vuitton store, and we're in the back. And I'm buying some glasses from there at the time and a couple outfits for photos. And Nicki Minaj and Safari walk in. And he's like, yo, that's Nicki Minaj. Now, mind you, she looked all the way regular. You know what I mean? She just looked, like she hadn't made it yet. And she looked regular. No diss to her, but she just, she looked regular. And so I was like, man, that ain't no Nicki Minaj. And he's like, yes, it is. And he went up to her and he straight lied to her. He said, yo, Ush wants to do a record with you. Come by the studio. So the next day, Nicki Minaj shows up at the studio along with Gucci Mane, and Ush was in the studio. We did a couple things. So we did Spotlight with Gucci that day. The spotlight ain't nothing without you. We did that. If you look at the video, you'll see me in that video. And then he did Little Freak with Nicki Minaj. So we're on the RV in Florida arguing about what should be his next single. And I'm adamantly telling him, telling the A&R and everybody, he has to do, excuse me, he has to release Little Freak now, because he can't release it because they wanted to save it for the next album. And I'm like, you can't save Little Freak for the next album because he won't be a Little Freak next album. He's going to be, what up, Trouble? He's not going to be a Little Freak next album. He's going to be a Little Freak right now because he just broke up. Like, that's what men do. When men break up out of a long-term relationship or any relationship, they are single and they are kicking it and they're looking to get crazy for a while. So that's the reason why y'all heard the song Little Freak. You know what I'm saying? You got to hear Little Freak because it was an appropriate time for an appropriate reason. And that's the only reason y'all heard it. Other than that, y'all was finna hear some other records. You was gonna hear something else. I can't even remember the song that was up for debate. There was another record that was up for debate for him to release. And you know, cooler heads prevailed, and that record, Little Freak, came out and did a lot, not only for him, but it really helped. You know, he co-signed Nicki Minaj in a major way, and her career ever since that point took off. You know, when major artists like Drake or Usher or, you know, certain artists get on your records as a feature or let you feature on one of their records, they are officially co-signing you and your work. And everybody wants to be vouched for. Every artist needs to be vouched for at some point. That was it. That was all I wanted to converse with y'all about quickly today. You know what I'm saying? I'm sticking and moving, so y'all have to catch me. I'll jump on a little bit later, possibly. I don't know. I got my hand in a lot of stuff, so I'm moving around a lot more, and I've been very busy. And I've been staying up till 5 or 6, till 7 in the morning. And that's the difficulty, like staying up till 7 and then jumping on the cast is just difficult. Or you could sneaky walk away down the steps and don't look back. April, you already worked out. That's what's up. Eve said, I need to speak with Usher. Do you know how many times I hear that on a regular basis? Somebody texted me the other day. Somebody FaceTimed me out the blue talking about, yo, I need to speak with Ush. I didn't let them see my face. I didn't recognize the number, so I was sure they had the wrong person. But I deny a lot of that stuff. You would be surprised with the conversations I get. And for Akon, I get people hitting me up saying, hey, you know, I'll give you know, see if Usher do a show for $1 million, or see if Akon will come to Dubai for $1 million and shit like that. And all of them say, yo, I'll throw you something, I'll be like, man, go on with that shit. Anyway, I just popped on for a minute, man. I just popped on for a quick minute. I'm sticking and moving. I'll be back on a little bit later. So make sure you got notifications turned on, and I'll check y'all out then. All right, later.